Hello. So it's taken me pretty much all day to do this video. I think I've been waiting for the new moon, which I think is going to be at 6:49. Yes, it's a couple of hours. New moon and lunar and solar eclipse, not lunar, solar eclipse. It's a new moon, therefore it is a solar eclipse, and it is in Libra today, 6:49 UK time. And the last video I did was on the lunar eclipse, which is the full moon. So full moons are lunar eclipses and new moons are solar eclipses. So this has been an eclipse wormhole, and it doesn't just end here though, because we are beginning, a lunar cycle. The new moon is the beginning of a lunar cycle, and we're beginning it with a solar eclipse. So these energies in October are going to continue to be fairly intense, but we are going to take this to our advantage. Okay, we're going to use these energies in a way that is going to support us, support ourselves first and foremost, and those around us. So again, a little bit about today's video. It's going to be short, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this new moon, a little bit more about new moon rituals, and I'm going to pull a couple of cards. I've actually pulled one already, and I really wanted to share that because actually it wasn't just a message for me, but it's a message for all of us. So I've done a brief tutorial on the moons, and one of the reasons why I couldn't come on here earlier was because for me, and for most of us, because the new moons represent our the seasons and also our cycles, our menstrual cycle, and it represents our menstruation, the new moon and menstruation. It's our winter. It's when we want to go inwards. It's when we want to reflect. It's when we want to review. What are the two words that I've written earlier? Yeah, resting and reflecting. It really is about that. And I took time out of my diary, made sure I had space in the diary so that I could rest and reflect. So for new moons, if this is something you're new to, don't overschedule your diary on a new moon. Whether you have periods or not, it doesn't matter. You can use the moon to, just see if it fits in with your natural cycles as well. Maybe you'll notice that you are more tired, that you need more rest on a new moon. Maybe, and on the full moon, you'll feel more outward, more extrovert. It is that ovulation phase, the summer phase. So if you've been feeling like this today, and it's been an eclipse, so I've been waking up at crazy times in the morning over the last couple of weeks. In the mornings, I say mornings, very early mornings. So that's what I really wanted to say about this new moon, the new moon, and how to work with the new moons. And also just a reminder that new moons are for intention setting. We start the new moon cycle, we start the lunar cycle, and we set intentions. Because I'm gonna come in with a but, aren't I? Yeah. But because this one is a solar eclipse as well, and it's a solar eclipse in the south node of the moon. Remember, the moon has a north and south node. I mentioned this in my last video. It's called the dragon. The head represents the north node, and the tail represents the south node, the moons. Me being a divine dragon energy healing practitioner, I love that concept of it representing the dragon. So the nodes of the moon for this eclipse have been in the south node, which represents our past. So we've been releasing our pasts. So whilst we're writing new intentions, and because it's in Libra, this is all about harmony, harmonious relationships, and also the shadow aspect of that past south node is we've also got activity with Lilith, Black Moon Lilith, who's all about the shadow. This South Node, in this South Node new moon, looking at the past in this new moon of Libra, which is about relationships, is also getting us to look at and be aware of those patterns that we are releasing that might be the shadow aspect of the Libra mansion. And that would be behaviors such as people pleasing and codependency, those type of behaviors. So where are we releasing those? And the question maybe to ask yourself on this new moon, as you start looking at your intentions is, and I've written it down here, what do I want to, sorry, it's just stumbling over my words. What do I want to let go of in order to have more harmonious experiences in love and relationships moving forward? So that's a question you can ask yourself. So we're releasing from the past. There's activity with Black Moon Lilith, who is who kind of brings up the shadow aspects of ourselves, but the bits that we repress, the emotions that we repress, and so these are messages. Nothing to be scared of. The shadows are not a scary place for us at all, because this is where the sun is shining that light onto. So our conscious awareness is represented by the sun onto those shadows. So we're seeing these behaviors so that we can let them go, or even if we're not consciously aware of them, it's happening anyway, and we are letting go of them. There's a lovely aspect with Chiron as well, the great healer. I mean, there's loads of activity going on in this eclipse, and it is absolutely beautiful, and we are all letting go. So in terms of your new moon ritual, if you have one, tonight's going to be a really lovely evening for rituals, just kind of making sure that there's space in the diary and somewhere you're not going to be disturbed, and bringing out your maybe doing obviously clearing out the space you're in, or first of all, with some incense, copal, smudge, whatever you like to use, spray. I haven't got my spray in here at the moment, but I do like a spray. And just settling down, maybe after a lovely bath. Baths are wonderful for the new moon, especially we've got this grand water trine in this new moon. Actually, on the full moon there was an grand earth trine. So the water element is really with us, and just spending some time journaling, asking yourself some questions. In my human design, I'm a generator, so as a generator, I find that asking myself questions when I'm journaling a really, really good way for me to respond to myself. Generators need to respond, so asking questions can really help that. So that's something you can do as well. So journaling. What else? And new intentions, and whatever really resonates with you, whatever ritual. Music would be a beautiful thing to have on. Some really nice solfeggio music would be really good, and cards. So that's the other thing I like to do on the new moon, is looking at the month ahead. Which brings me nicely along to the point I want to make about cards. Haven't used these cards in a while, actually. They are Caroline Mitchell's Dragon Path. I was obsessed with them a few years ago when I first bought them, because they were about dragons. And they're actually one of the dragon decks that really resonate with me. And I asked myself the question today about the energies for this month of October. Although we are coming out of the eclipse season, and we're beginning this month of October, racing ahead, October, with these with this lovely new moon in Libra, we are beginning it in this eclipse, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So I pulled a card, transformation came out, and I asked myself, is this a card for me or is it for the collective? Is it for all of us? And the response was, it's for everyone, because Libra consciousness is mirror consciousness. So Libra, when we talk about the relationships, and I think I don't know how I missed this before, but Libra consciousness is all around the not just relationships externally, but the internal relationship, the relationship with the self. So what's that old, I don't know if it's a saying, but all relationships are mirrors of the relationship that we have within ourselves. So we have to start from within. That is how we will see the shift in our outer relationships. So we do the work with the inner work, and then we see the shift in all our external relationships. Life here on earth is about relationships. Every single interaction that we have is a relationship. And when we transform the relationship that we have with ourselves, we transform the relationships that we have with others. As above, so below, so within, as without. However, the saying goes. So this is transformation, and we have all been experiencing transformation over the last, not just months. Look back to your life over the last 6 months. See where you have come and how far you've come over the last 6 months. Right? You are not the same person you were 6 months ago, and you will not be the same person in 6 months' time. So now is a really good time to check in and see where you are and where you are going, where you want to be. We talked about where you want to be in terms of experiencing relationships and love in the future, in this Libra new moon, but also, where do we see ourselves in 3 months, in 6 months? Who is that we want to be? Who are we becoming? And so transformation is always happening. We are always in change. We are always in flux and flow. And the image that I received when I was looking at this card was even the solar system. If you look at it, we are constantly in motion. So we have the solar system, and we are taught something really silly actually at school, right? We see it's all static. We see the sun at the center and everyone moving around it. But no, the sun is spinning, but it's actually moving through the universe, right? It's moving through, and then the planets are going around it. So it's constantly in motion as it's going, and as Earth is going around it. There's a beautiful image actually. You can Google that and you can see that actually the movement that is happening. So we are constantly in transformation. What else do I want to say about this card? Let me just actually go and look at the book. So yeah, the new you is emerging and will continue to emerge this month. So you will continue to see shifts with yourself and the old patterns. So this is all about releasing old patterns as well. And we've talked about that as we've been in this eclipse wormhole, and as we're coming out of it, it's the South Node. We're releasing all patterns that don't serve us. All those patterns are people-pleasing patterns, those ancestral wounds, whatever they are, it's time to say goodbye to them. And only of those old habits, let's release them, let's let them go, let them slip away. And we're going to be, let's really trust in those steps that are coming to us, that we're transforming into. Let's keep trusting and allowing that guidance to take us forward. That's what transformation is telling us. So keep trusting, things are still shifting. We are all transforming constantly, and this is a time for really powerful and accelerated change, it feels like. So that and actually, now I've just said that there is activity with Pluto and Uranus this month as well. So both planets are around change, and we know, and I explained this in my video last month, where that Pluto had gone back into Capricorn. before it moves into Aquarius. So Pluto is more about slow change, and Uranus is about sudden, unexpected change. So change is coming still. That's that card. And I also wanted to just pull a card from my Wisdom of the Oracle deck as well. I thought I'd pull that one here. So just let's just kind of sit here for a moment, and what other things or what energies do we expect in October? What does October energy, what is October energy going to look like? What is it looking like? What can we expect from October energetically? Okay, I'm going to just pull the first card. Oh, I got time for a nap. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Got a fox here on the moon. Couldn't make this shit up, really. The new moon and a fox resting. So that's again, it's about taking time out of the diary, not overscheduling ourselves, self-care, really centering ourselves and grounding ourselves this month, because we've got change and transformation coming. We are shifting, we are changing, everything is evolving at very fast rates at the moment. So it's really important that we take time out for ourselves. We take those naps that we need. We rest, we reflect. And yeah, we come to stillness so that we can come to those, we can meet those changes that we're going to come to from a really centered place. That's what it feels like it's telling me. I'm going to have a quick look at the guidebook as well, just to see if there's anything else that Colette Baron-Reid has written in there. 24. Yeah, rest, rejuvenation, renewal, temporary non-action. So it's time to step away and rest and let the cares of the world go away. Go into a state of non-action. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit difficult, but I guess in terms of our new moon intentions, so if you're writing new moon intentions, write them down, but then it's about letting them go. Surrender, let written down, okay, now just let them rest. You've planted the seeds, and now just let the seeds rest. We're not going to overwater them straight away. Let's just let them rest and let them come to that place of detachment. And yeah, just letting that mind rest so that we are not, having that overly active thinking mind can really block ourselves from our inner wisdom. And this is about helping life to flow through us. So allowing life to flow through us. Anything else? Yep, meditate, take a holiday. Things are going to speed up again soon enough. So just make the most of this time and make time for you this month. So make sure you're not overscheduling, taking time for yourself. Things can get done, things will be getting done, but it's a time for a little bit of slowing down, a little bit of inaction sometimes. In order to create more, to get into the action, we sometimes have to take a step back from it. Okay, my loves, that is all I really wanted to share today, and I hope this was helpful, and sending you so many new moon blessings, and I will see you next month, or actually before next month. Maybe I'll do one in a couple of weeks on the full moon. Lots of love. So if you enjoyed my solar eclipse and new moon in Libra video, please subscribe to my channel. That really helps. I also wanted to invite you to an offer that I have on one of my self-paced programs. If connecting or reconnecting with yourself this theme that we have with this, being in the Libra mansion, this connecting of a relationship with yourself and with others. If that resonates with you, you would absolutely love my 28 days of self-love program. So this is all about creating deeper connections with ourselves so that we can have more authentic relationship, not just with ourselves, but with others. So if you're interested, it is only £55. Usually it's £88, and it is a self-paced course which you can do in your own time. It doesn't have to be in 28 days, but if you choose to follow the format, you can complete it in 28 days. And it comes with a video, with a 60-minute video, as well as a PDF guidebook. And there are some exercises or tasks that will support you in to connect with yourself on a deeper level. There are also 4 practices in the to complete in the month, in the 28 days. So 4 practices. You can either practice them for 4 days or for the full 7 days. So you can have 4 days on, 3 days off, and then start the next practice. And there are 4 in total, hence 28 days. And these are all really powerful practices that I use, my clients have used, and those who have purchased this course have used and have had really positive feedback. Find which one works best for you, which resonates with you, and I'd also love to know how you get on and how you feel at the end of your 28 days, and just really feel into how you've really connected with yourself at the end of that. At the end of this practice. So I hope you enjoy it, and send me let me know in the comments if you're interested in it. If you want me to send you the link, I can share that with you in the comments. In fact, I will put the link in the comments so that you can go to the landing page, have a look and see what you think, read about it, and let me know if you have any questions. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.